On today's episode of Talking to the Voiceless, we'll be talking to a man named Jarvis, a man that has dealt with grief, been a victim of the system, and has been strung out on drugs. If this will trigger you in any way, shape, or form, please subscribe and exit the video. If not, please enjoy. Thank you. So what's up, everybody? I'm Trey Jerome and welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, this is episode 2 of Talking to the Voiceless, where we talk to people about their everyday stories and what they go through. So on this channel, I just want to let you know, I want you to be as vulnerable as you feel comfortable. If I'm pushing too much or if I'm asking a question that's maybe that you don't want to answer, that is 100% fine. I just want you to be open about it. So I want you to speak as loud as possible because unfortunately we don't have mics. But talk to me about who you are. Who are you?
I'm Jarvis Lindley. Not from here. I'm from Douglasville.
Douglasville. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm originally from Detroit. So how far is Douglasville from here?
It's not too far. About 45 minutes or so.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's right about Six Flags.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Douglasville, talk to me about your upbringing.
Oh man, it was pleasant. I had the chance to be a kid. Excelled in sports.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Big family, fun family.
Okay.
You know, and that's what it was. It was a bunch of fun. Discipline, of course.
Walk me through that time where you said, all right, I got to go from being a boy to a man. Because if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Douglas?
That'll work. I'm 47.
47. Okay. All right, you're still looking good, brother. Black don't crack.
Amen.
So talk to me about that moment where it was like, I'm going from being a boy to a man. And walk me through it. And what age were you?
I was in jail.
Yeah.
And my mom died while I was there. You know what I mean? Out of the blue. I mean, it was just out of nowhere.
That's fucked up. And what were you in jail for?
Oh man, probation violation.
Probation violation. What did you do before that? Or did they lock you up for it?
The original charge were like money, sales of cocaine.
Sales on the cocaine.
Right.
And what year was this?
This originally started in 05.
Oh yeah, 2005 was a major year for drug enforcement in Atlanta. You had the biggest of the biggest going down, including the case talked about in hit TV show BMF. You had the case of Big Meat and Southwest T. This was the year they went to jail. Chances are, if you were selling drugs in Atlanta in 2005, you was making money, probably millions. 05, okay. I was 2. So talk to me about being in the streets, because I'm from Detroit. As we all know, if you from Detroit and you from Atlanta or Metro Atlanta, you know Detroit is a big city when it comes to the dope game. Yeah. So talk to me about that lifestyle, and I know that lifestyle is treacherous and it comes with so much.
You say treacherous, it is that, but the lifestyle can be all so pleasant. I mean, like, it's a reason why people do what they do. You know what I mean? I was addicted to the lifestyle. You know what I mean? Plus, I was addicted to. I had my choice of drugs.
What drugs were you addicted to?
I was addicted. Man, what drug wasn't I addicted? I mean, it was. I drew the line at heroin and all that shit. None of that. No shooting in my veins and none of that. But
coke.
Yep. Coke, double coke, cause crack is coke, but crack and powder cocaine. Of course, weed. You know what I mean? Weed is it's like weed is like smoking. It is better than smoking. No, it's not even like smoking cigarettes, because people that don't smoke cigarettes will smoke weed.
When did you get out of jail?
Did a little under 2 years. Got out in I went in 05, got out in 07. I got out of prison and went straight to college. Straight to college. Okay,
yep. So what did you go to college for?
Electrical systems.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you had got your trade.
Yes, sir.
Good. That is excellent. So now, let's speed up the process a bit. So, how old were you when you went to prison?
Let's see, it's 06.
It was probably 20,
I was 30.
30?
Because I was born in 76.
76, okay. So, you were 30 when your first time going to jail. Talk to me about your first...
Oh, no, I wasn't 30 when my first time going to jail. I went to jail when I was 17 years old.
I'm sorry, y'all. My camera cut off. Now, you said your first time being in jail, you were 17 years old. 17. I think that is extremely important because essentially you're a victim of the system. So I am a journalist, but I also am a pre-law major, minor in Spanish. So I'm going to school to be a criminal defense attorney. So I want to talk to you about church. Oh, tú hablas español? No sé.
Say español.
Is that your lady?
No. This is my friend.
Just your friend.
Hard-headed friend.
Talk to me about your first night in jail.
It wasn't because possession of marijuana come with a preset bond. So as soon as they gave it, I got it. You know what I mean? I had the money in my pocket. I just had to have somebody sign the paperwork.
Were you scared?
It was too late to be scared.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did that happen? Did the police roll up on you? Did they figure out who you were selling?
They rolled up on me. You know what I'm saying? It was humbug, you know.
Humbug.
It was.
I love you so much.
Me and my friends.
I love him so much.
I got a phone call for a play.
He's so good.
You and your friend got a phone call for a play?
Yeah, and for an ounce of weed.
And you said 4 days after you got locked up, you had a baby.
No, 4 days after I turned 17, I had a baby.
So, was it a son? Do you have a son, daughter?
Son. I got 5 kids now.
5, shit. Talk to me about your...
6.
Well, yeah, 6.
6. Talk to me about your relationship with your kids.
Oh man. It's not. I'm not gonna say I'm the best, dad in the world. You know what I mean? But I'm not the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm human. I can always use work. If my situation was a little different, things would be different.
So, your kids, were you active in any of their lives?
Oh.
All of them?
Yes.
So when you say active, what does active mean to you?
Time is priceless, baby.
Time. So you spend time with all of them. So, what went wrong, in a sense?
In a sense, I mean, like I said, I excelled in sports. So, going through school, the whole plan was to, you already know, being black, school, playing our sports, we do good. You know what the next move is. The next move is try to take it to the next level. Yeah. And it was, it was laid out for me. God blessed me with the gift to do what I was doing. Okay. And that was to play football.
Okay. And so, when you got on drugs, how did that affect your relationship with the kid's mom? Did they not want you around the kids?
It wasn't like that, because thing about doing drugs, you don't let the drugs do you. You know what I mean? One thing I learned is, if you're gonna do drugs, learn the drugs. You know what I mean? Some things are inevitable. Kids experiment, but if you don't know, you make real good mistakes.
Are any of your kids on drugs?
Actually, my son is grown and he smokes weed. Nothing major.
How old is your youngest child?
9.
9, shit. So, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me telling them how we met, because I kind of found you kind of behind the building, so I think it's fair to ask, are you homeless?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I stay on Roswell Road.
Okay. Have you ever been homeless?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Talk to me about your first night sleeping outside.
It wasn't as, it was what it was because I was in a situation to where I could put up with somebody bullshit, or as I said, bitch, before I put up with your bullshit, I'd rather sleep outside.
Was this like a lady friend, a mama?
It was a lady friend.
Okay. Now, I kind of want to piggyback on you and your kids' relationship. I've always been interested. So, a little background on me. I come from a two-parent household. Me and my dad, we lived with each other my whole life. I can't remember an event that I had that my dad wasn't there. I can't remember a basketball game, a football game I had that he wasn't there. But I can't tell you a conversation that we ever had.
Check this out. Now, for me I didn't meet my dad, I mean, really just know who my dad was until I was 25, right?
Wow.
But check this. All my sporting events all my football games, he was there. And I didn't know he was my dad.
Wow.
But he was there to watch me, you know, play ball.
So the reason why I was telling you about that is because I think in the black community we don't talk about the effect of father absence, right? And for me, like, my dad was there, but I don't know him, like, at all. And so how did father absence affect you?
I don't know. I like I say, I think like this. I look at this shit different for the simple fact that I'm an individual.
Okay.
You understand? My parents made me.
Right.
But like my mom, and she pretty much did what she did with 3 boys. Kind of. I mean, it was, you know, she had her you know, her friends or whatever, boyfriends or whatever, whatnot. But
your mama raised you.
That's what I said.
Do you consider your mama a strong black woman?
What, she's in heaven, but she was my rock.
I always I consider my mom a strong black woman, but I think in the black community we say strong black woman like it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Our moms were strong because they had to be, not because they wanted to be.
No, my mom was strong for what you said the first round. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
My mom was strong because that's what she was. She knew what she had to do. She knew how she wanted what she made, and she made it as such for as long as she was here to do it.
Wow, that's an interesting take on it. I never looked at it like that.
You want to talk about my dad? I didn't worry about it.
Wow, because you had
know
your
what
mom.
I mean? My mom did that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? When I think people, okay, I could sit to you and I could cry about him not being there and all that shit there, but what would that change?
It's not gonna change nothing. I had to learn that the hard way too.
See what I'm saying? My mom taught me. I learned this shit when I was young. You know what I mean? And she was the one that implanted that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like she say, it's a way of doing things.
It
Always a way of doing things.
Always.
Good and bad.
Okay.
Now, smart usually outrules everything. Use your head. Be smart about it. Try to be as smart as you can about all situations and make it easy for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your job.
Thanks.
It's for you to do. So, you know, I mean,
I'm gonna give you a minute to just give you your flowers, because I go to school with a lot of kids who, you know, they college kids, and they're very condescending in a sense, like thinking they're smarter than everyone, etc. But I always tell people one thing my granddad taught me. My granddad did 25 years in jail, and I never forget him telling me when I was younger, street smarts is gonna outrule everything. You are extremely, from what we talked about, it seems like you have you're intelligent in a sense. Do you think that intelligence is derived or comes from the streets?
Man, I tell you what, if you take street smarts and book smart and combine, that's where you get mastermind. You understand? Knowing both sides of this thing, how to make criminally acts, you know, as smart as you can make them. A lot of people, a lot of things get messed up because people don't think things out. Yeah. People don't, you know what I mean? They don't use that noodle. You don't use your head.
Right.
Most shit is done in poke. you know, impulsive.
Right.
So I mean, like, if a person really, even though they do take time, and I'm not encouraging for anybody to go and do, you know, nonsense, you know, to get themselves in trouble or whatever, whatnot. Mm-hmm. But man, like I say, smart overrules everything.
Now, in this lifestyle that you live, because it's a blessing to be where you be, how old you are, and had the walk that you've had, right?
I mean, it's. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was gonna ask, what do you think is the most traumatic event that you've had so far?
Losing her.
Losing your mom.
Amen.
Shit. And
when
I'm
I
so
say
sorry
that,
for your
when I
loss.
say that was my rock, that was my rock. But I see it like this, you know. I mean, our parents, they were here to teach us to go, you know, how to live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And from one gen to the next, it's supposed to, you know, her job was to make me better than her.
Yeah.
When I had mine, my job was to make mine better than me.
Yeah. And do you feel like you did that?
She did that, and of course I feel that. I feel that because the way she laid it out for me, it was so simple. All it is a thought process.
Talk to me about getting shot. Because I always tell people, I never forget my first time seeing somebody get shot. That I never been shot, but that was fucking, and God forbid, but that was crazy. Like seeing somebody literally laying on the ground bleeding out. So, for how many times have you been shot?
One time.
Talk to me about it.
I didn't get to lay on the ground and bleed, you know, because I had two dudes on me trying to get what they thought they you know, what they thought that I had in my pockets.
So it was a robbery.
It was somewhat like that.
Wow.
But it turned out to be a fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2-on-1. One with a pistol and one with a taser, and myself against that.
So you said you held your own, huh?
I had to. It was either that or be gone.
Right.
Because I was homeless at the time. But the thing about it was, being homeless means you don't have a home. That's what that means.
Yeah.
But I had a pocket full of drugs. So as far as me being homeless, that was one thing. But I had a pocket full of fucking money.
Oh, so you was
I
selling
had a pocket full of drugs. So I was homeless. I probably was the flyest homeless motherfucker you ever saw in your life. You know what I'm saying? Jay's at the Yin Yangs, man. I mean, every past special edition. I mean, it was
What?
It was cool.
How long were you homeless?
About well, I did it. The way I did it was slow because, like I said, it was I was with a girlfriend, and it was disagreements because this was a second go around for the two of us.
Yeah. And
she felt as if she had to pay me back for shit I did with her when I was younger.
Cheating.
If you want to call it that.
So talk to me about what happened then, huh?
It wasn't cheating. If I'm not hers, if we're not together,
right?
Then what do you call cheating?
That's not cheating to me.
Amen. So that was like an asshole, her opinion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I mean, she felt some type of way about it. But she met me. She had somebody else, and I did too. So you know, what she was doing was, I think she.
So it was on some like, okay, my girl kicked me out the house.
No, she didn't kick me out. I left.
Oh, you left? Okay.
Yeah, because I'd rather do it that way than to sit there and have her do it.
What was, how long were you homeless for? Like, was it a year?
Like, it was right at like 3 years.
Wow.
It was different, but it was different. My way of being homeless was, okay, like I said, I had what I had. Now, you had a home. All right. Now, one thing about me, I don't mind working. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I pride myself on work. I don't mind working. I bust my ass, but I'll pay my way. I mean, it's certain rules to being a person, I think. My mom taught me, you pay your way, you do what you're supposed to do, and live the way you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I'm not gonna beg nobody for nothing. I'm on drugs, but I have nobody buying for me.
Okay. Okay, yeah, my camera died, but you know what you can do since my camera died? Like, comment, and subscribe so I can afford to buy a new camera that has a longer battery power. Back to the video.
You said it's always a way. It's a way of doing everything.
It's a way of doing everything.
Now, why would I want to be sell drugs to 3 people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do that, but they have to be buying pounds. I would prefer it that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? But being that I was nickel and diamond, I had to keep the people coming.
Did you grow up in a house with siblings?
I got a brother. Yeah, I got an older brother and a younger brother.
How was your relationship with your siblings?
They're my dudes.
Them your dudes?
Yeah, man, I adopted
How did they end up?
My younger brother is a college professor at Miami-Dade College, and older brother, he's I don't know exactly his title, but him and his guys, they HVAC.
Oh, HVAC.
Yeah, but they're the way they're doing it. They got complexes. You know what I'm saying? His apartment complex has like 400 or so.
Okay.
And the guy next to him, he is the same, and so forth and so on. And they keep their section, you know.
So now,
right.
At this point, where are you in life?
Still working to make it go.
Still working. And I want to give you flowers because the traumatic events that you've had, most people would just sit down and lay down, right? I know so many people who cannot overcome their trauma. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't taught that.
You wasn't taught that. And
yeah.
And I think what you really speak in volume to is your upbringing really plays a big part in who you are.
Major.
What is something, because with you being 47, you've been here a long time. I think you could say relatively 50 years, right? In a sense.
I wouldn't even put that on it because I want to see it before I count it.
But you've been here a minute. You've seen the world change. You've seen Atlanta change. You've seen the world change. How do you feel? You've seen yourself change. How do you feel about today's world?
I feel like it needs to change.
It needs to change.
Yeah.
When you say it, because when I talk to a lot of people, and I just want you to be as open as you can, I talk to so many individuals. You're around my granddad age, and my granddad is very adamant on, he is like anti-LGBTQ, anti-black and whites getting married. Are you more so that, or are you more so liberal?
Man, listen, okay, I was taught like this. I mean, as being young, sang in the choir.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So God is in my life.
Okay.
I mean, you know, without, I feel like without him, I would probably not be here.
Okay.
I you know, from the time I get up to the time I lay down, I try to live by that book.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Take them words and modernize them. Bring them up to date. You know what I mean? Basically, it's saying we brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay, so therefore, like I told you, my brother, those are my dudes.
Right.
So I treat you the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? If everything was done in such a manner, imagine what it would be like. You know what I mean?
Are you referring
to people just of staying with brothers?
Okay.
And I really treated you as if. Imagine what that would be like if everybody did such.
Yeah. So you said treat people as people and don't worry about the next motherfucker.
Man, if you're my brother, if I treat you as fam, you feel me?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I am just appalled by this interview. I'm super impressed. I really love chopping it up with you. But I just have one question and I'm gonna let you go, okay?
What's going on, baby?
So now, I'm very curious to see, and this is after this we're gonna wrap it up, because I don't want to take up all your day, but you are a man, but you're also a black man.
Right.
Now, if
and
you
don't forget that.
And you don't, and I mean, you can't in America, and I feel like as black Americans, right? I don't care if you are for Trump. I don't care if you for Biden. I don't care who you are. We all know that being black, right, and being black makes a difference.
A major.
Talk to me, because 50 years, you've witnessed the change in America, right? Do you feel racism has gotten better or worse from when you were younger? Because I mean, that's something I can't speak on.
I say like this right here. I wouldn't say better for say, because it changed.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. It changed in such a manner like your smarts is what kind of is being considered as, to me, your mind, the way you think, the way you work, the way you do things. Your smarts is factoring into this racism shit.
Okay.
And then, but like, you got young naive right now.
Wait, can we pause that for a minute? You said your smarts factors into racism. So when you say, like, are you saying your intelligence dictates like how you'll be able to grasp racism or understand it? Or
I'll say this: understanding. Get this. I want you to feel what I say with this here.
Okay.
Understanding is a motherfucker.
Okay. Understanding
is beyond. Is beyond. I mean, understanding is necessary.
Okay.
Because if you understand, that means what? You know.
Yeah.
So.
So you
so
what you saying? I just want to clarify for this for the audience. What he's saying is the more you know, the more you understand. So if you're educated on racism, the more you'll understand.
Yeah. So if you understand this, that, you know how to deal with them, knowing what you know. Okay. And as long as you know what you know, all that second guessing and all that bullshit, knowing is what it is.
Yeah.
It's nothing to it. A lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying, that word but.
Okay.
Some things don't have a but.
Some things don't have a but.
Amen. Stop adding it. Leave that but where it's at.
Okay.
And then when you get the chance, slap it. You know what I mean? Watch it jiggle.
Okay.
But sometimes it's unnecessary. Stop adding that but where it doesn't need to be, because adding the questions in is what causes the confusion.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So, just to be clear, to clear it up for the audience, do you feel racism has gotten worse? Yes or no? Or do you not really have an answer right now?
I say I have to say better.
Better, okay.
I have to say better.
Because when you were younger, how was it?
When I was younger, I'm gonna tell you, to me, learning the way I learned, and growing up the way I did, I dealt with it, but as far as habit, I was a football star. I could fill a stadium. I didn't have to worry about that shit.
Okay, and I also want to highlight too, I think an important factor that a lot of people don't think about is also too, you are from Metro Atlanta.
Right.
Atlanta has always been a city of black excellence. It's always been a city where black people have thrived.
I used to stay right. Okay, I stayed outside of Atlanta, so I used to come to the city, and I would go in, and I would take my ass home.
Right. So yeah, I think that's important to highlight too, because when I talk to so many people, I was just talking to this lady at my Kingdom Hall, and she was telling me, I forget what part of Georgia she's from, but it's like a plantation station, and they've made it like a capital, and it's a really racist city, but she said she's never experienced racism. And me being from Detroit and being a part of Gen Z, Detroit is primarily Muslim. People don't know that Michigan has the biggest Muslim and Jewish population in the world, so I've experienced racism from a lot of people, but most of the times I've experienced racism has not been from black white people.
Amen. Now think about this. Have you ever dealt with racism from Africans?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Africans, they treat us like we the niggas that got caught.
You're not really black.
Yeah. They will tell you you're not black.
American. I'm an African American.
Yeah.
But I'm not really black. Shit. The reason why I say better, because we don't run around here with these big ass scars on our back.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Can
you feel what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
When I say this shit is better, because we ain't running around here with these big ass lumps on our back from being hit with a goddamn whip, being clocked and done any kind of way.
Yeah.
As our grandparents' parents was done.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? You know.
And I always tell people, what people don't understand, slavery was what, 176 years ago?
100 years. But yeah.
So
and
that's
it
for
made
you,
American. It made America what it is, a powerhouse.
And
free labor. To build this from one end to another.
Yeah.
Built up off this back. This back.
Yeah.
Free labor.
So I am so honored to talk to you, and I'm so grateful to be able to capture your story. My name is Trey Jerome, and I just want to, before we end this off here, do you have anything that you would like to say to the people? If not, then that's okay too.
Understanding. Understanding. You don't know until you know.
Facts.
Brainiacs. That's for real. You know, I mean, you think they know everything. You are the smartest thing in the world.
This is a story of a person who is a living testament of you can do it and you can overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And you still overcoming it and you still waking up and trying.
You got to do it, man.
You got to. You got to do it. That's the name of this episode. You got to do it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, man.
You have a good one.
You too. Wow.